I heard it again today at the gym. Your knees should not go over your toes. And this is a big misconception in the fitness industry and the rehab industry as well. And it got popularized years ago. And if we think about it, your knees need to go over your toes in order to function as a human being, right? In order to walk, in order to run, in order to go from sitting to standing, and in order to be an athlete, right? Deceleration, for instance, slowing yourself down and cutting or whatever the case may be, requires your knee to translate forward over your toes and the tibia, the shin bone, to be able to create an angle of what we call forward inclination, where it angles forward. And this is something we work on commonly with our patients that are recovering from ACL injuries. When rehabbing an ACL tear, it's a challenge and oftentimes a scary thing for people to be able to get used to those positions necessary for deceleration, which involve, again, that knee from being able to get over the toe in a controlled fashion. So many of the drills that we work on during the rehab process, especially as we get into introducing our sport specific movements in our turf area, involve positions where people are going to have to actually slow themselves down, get comfortable with their knee translating over their toe. And of course, we're going to start off in more of a controlled environment where maybe we're more straight ahead, maybe it's a little slower, under control, and then slowly build up with velocity and speed over time, and maybe even adding some unique challenges such as turning into those positions, because of course sport is not spent going straight forward and back. There's a lot of cutting and movements, and you're gonna have to get into all kinds of different angles that are gonna put unique forces onto the knee itself. So if you are in the rehab process, recovering from a knee injury, and more specifically something more severe like an ACL tear, and you had your ACL reconstructed, this is something that needs to be worked on over and over again until you are just as comfortable on that repaired side as you are on the uninjured side. And in some cases, I may argue, may even want to be stronger on that side to create more resiliency moving forward so that an injury like that doesn't happen again. This is one of the many examples as to why end stage rehab for athletes needs to look like performance training, because the athletes need to be able to be ready for what's going to be required of them when they get on the field. And in this case, the knee or the ACL is going to have to handle all kinds of forces and stressors. And we need to make sure in rehab that they're ready and prepared for it, because the first time the knee experiences it should not be in a practice or a game. And if you're looking for more solutions for your end stage rehab, or maybe just looking for maybe more of a sports specific approach to rehab, contact us. We would love to be able to help.